welcome to Let's Go Eat, the Herald Leaders podcast about eating and drinking in Kentucky. I'm Janet Patton. I cover bourbon and craft beer.
I'm Cheryl Truman. I cover people, features, and business.
And I'm Sally Scherer, and I'm the lifestyles and business editor.
And we have brought our exploration of the food scene today to Blue Stallion Brewing, which is one of Lexington's craft beer makers. And we'll be talking with head brewer Nico Schultz in a little bit about Oktoberfest, their event, and their beer. But first, a couple of fun things coming up. And do you like food trucks? I really like food trucks. I'm always wondering where the heck the food trucks are. And Cheryl has an answer for that.
Yay!
As it happens, the Lexington Food Truck Association not only has information on you on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, they also have a new free app that you can download off the iPhone App Store. It's called Follow That Food Truck.
Follow that food truck.
Really great idea, because they are mobile and you never know where they're going to be necessarily.
Usually where I find them is right here. I find them at the Brewers. I find them at Blue Stallion and Country Boy and West 6th, which, by the way, has their wet hopped beer on tap now. It's very good. Photographer Pablo Alcala, who got a growler of it, said it's very fresh, very green, not bitter and hoppy, very tasty.
Yeah, he was telling me about it, and he said he really enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, he didn't share. I'm
No.
just saying.
We'll work on
Things
that.
coming up. If any of you are cyclists, then this is something you will want to do. Savory Cycle, 5-mile bike ride around Lexington. And it basically takes you from one Weta Michael restaurant to another. You'll start at West 6th, where she will have pastries from the Midway School Bakery. So, you know, it's a good way to kick it off. And then you will go to Wallace Station, Woodford Reserve, Holly Hill Inn, and come back to West 6th. There'll be lots of good things to eat and drink all along the way. Tickets are $100, but they're going fast. So if you ride and eat, then you might want to get a ticket quick. And speaking of Woodford Reserve, this Saturday they're having a special event, a low country style shrimp boil. And these shrimp will be so fresh. They will be harvested Saturday morning from the Hinton family farm. And if the weather is good, I'm told they will take walk-ins, but reservations are recommended. Yeah. So keep that in mind as you plan your UK football free weekend.
Right.
And one more tidbit for me. Normally, Cheryl, you have the new restaurants, but this one fell into my lap. It's a new concept coming to the space in front of the Richmond Road Kroger store. It's called the Cheesy Mac, and it will feature, you guessed it, macaroni and cheese in any permutation you want. Fast casual should open in January, and the owner says he wants to have 6 to 8 of them in the area soon, looking to go around the UK campus.
Yeah, if you've shopped at the Kroger on Richmond Road, you will notice that there's already a hole being dug, construction going on, a big fence around, etc. So that's what it is.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
But Janet errs when she says that I don't have a new restaurant this week. I do. City Barbecue is coming to the space that used to be in front of Turfland Mall, that is going to now be next year a University of Kentucky health clinic. So its first location is on Richmond Road. Its second will be on Harrodsburg Road. And I know, like me, you feel there cannot be enough barbecue places.
Cheryl, you did have a really fun story this week that I want you to talk about. You went to Betty's Kitchen.
This was so much fun. I have to say, a former Eastern Kentucky University professor who taught math for 25 years at the university, and her husband, who was a criminal justice professor, are YouTube stars now. She in particular, with Betty's Kitchen. She said she wanted to preserve the recipes of her youth, which was in rural Wayne County near Monticello. And she's doing very well with it. Her Easter egg dyeing video alone with her grandson has yielded more than 900,000 YouTube hits.
That's incredible. And you said the other big hit she had was the buttercream frosting?
Apparently her buttercream frosting recipe is very big in Asia, where now they are using a lot of buttercream frosting. I'm not sure if that is an American influence or if there is some particular pastry that requires it, but it's big.
Okay, okay. And Sally, you have a really interesting review in Weekender to tell us about,
Yeah,
right?
not so much a review, but a story about a food specialty that you can find here in Lexington that some people might be surprised by. Cubano sandwiches. Really? In Lexington, Kentucky? Yes. We have a writer.
What is a Cubano?
Well, it's a. I've read several things that said kind of like a ham and cheese, a variation of a ham and cheese. Some of them are ham, cheese, pickles. Some of them have pork, roasted pork in them as well, and then on Cuban bread generally, and grilled and or panini pressed. We went to 4 different locations, Brasabana, Old San Juan, Shorty's, and Wallace Station, and got samples of their Cubano sandwiches from there. Pablo Alcala, again, our photographer, brought several of them back to the newsroom. So we all got to sample, and they were delicious.
Okay, I'm here with Nico Schultz, who is the head brewer for Blue Stallion Brewing here in Lexington. And tell us about your Oktoberfest.
Starts tomorrow, Friday the 19th, and it goes all the way through October, and it ends October 5th, which is the first weekend in October. So it's the same weekend or the same date as the original Oktoberfest in Munich.
What is this beer that you've made?
Well, our Oktoberfest beer, it's made with all traditional German ingredients, so it's like really traditional. And we use all Munich and Vienna malts, imported from Germany, from a big malt house in Germany. And we use a variety of 3 different German noble hops, also imported from Germany. So basically everything is authentic, traditional German ingredients, and brewed the traditional way, according to the purity law.
So if I were at the Oktoberfest in Munich, this is basically what I would be drinking?
Yes.
It tastes very similar?
Yeah, Oktoberfest beer style allows for quite a variety. So it can be from really light colored to really dark. So this one is more on the darker side.
This is very good. I recommend it. If you've not been to Blue Stallion, this is a great time to come down because in addition to the beer, you'll have food trucks here,
yes,
right?
We'll have live music, we'll have food trucks. You know, 2 food trucks every day on the weekends.
Wow.
Live music. We are working with a Bluegrass Baking Company to supply us with authentic pretzels.
Oh,
it wouldn't be
great.
an Oktoberfest without pretzels.
Okay.
And of course, we're all dressing up in traditional outfits, so we're wearing lederhosen and dirndls.
The whole time? Like for 2 weeks?
Yeah. Basically for the entire 2.5 weeks.
Okay, it's worth it just for that, to come down and see them in the lederhosen and the dirndls. Is this the second time you've done this?
Yes, it's our second Oktoberfest, and it was a really big success last year.
Oh, yeah?
So we're ready for it. We got a few hundred kegs of Oktoberfest. We're kegging it right now, still working on it, and we will be ready tomorrow.
But isn't this is also going out to some of the other bars around town?
Actually, our distributor's coming over later today to pick up a few pallets, and it will be available around town on Monday. Prost.
Thanks.
Thanks.
So pick up the Weekender, and we have details on all of the Cubanos that Emma Guida found in Lexington, and keep looking online at LexGo.com for all of our coverage of food and beer and bourbon and all kinds of restaurants. And we'll have lots more news on our new Let's Go Eat Twitter feed. Well, now I want a Cubano and
Yes.
a beer.
Yeah, exactly.